Counter-Strike, once you're hit, you're out.
Hit ka na!
In this episode of Action Pack, get ready to brace for close calls and quick hits inside the battlefield.
Ayoko, ikaw please!
1 minute. 1 minute to huddle up.
Ever wondered what it feels like to be in a real-life action game? We're here at Ground Zero to find out and take on Paintball.
The game of paintball began with a 1960s invention by a paint company, originally designed to mark trees and livestock. But in the 1980s, a group of friends adapted these tools for a high-stakes game of survival, and a sport was born. Today, paintball is played by teams and individuals who eliminate their opponents by hitting them with paint-filled pellets, all fired from a compressed air gun we call a marker. Over the decades, the game has expanded, offering styles that range from lightning-fast, high-energy exchanges to deliberate, slow-paced tactical rounds. Right here in Davao City is Ground Zero, the first magfed paintball facility in the entire Philippines.
So basically, me and my partner Jonas, my husband, we started off as players. Then nagkaroon ng COVID, nagkaroon ng lockdown, so hindi na kami makalabas ng bahay. And then we invited the siblings, friends of friends, and then hanggang sa dumami na ang gustong maglaro dito. Eventually, we thought of maybe opening it up to the public, and then here it is na, Ground Zero.
What began as a small backyard space eventually grew into something more structured. As the players around them increased, so did the need for a clearer system, one that combined recreation with a more methodical style of play.
Ground Zero is different from all the paintball fields all over the Philippines because we are the first magfed paintball in the country. So prior to that, we were the first and only magfed paintball. But we help other fields set up their magfed paintball fields because we want the community to grow. So if you are not familiar with what is magfed, it's a type of this one, an AR. So it looks like a airsoft already, but it's realistic na siya. Ang makita nyo madalas is more on speedball, yung mabilis na type. But here we offer this type of ammo. Open siya for other players who are into tactical and not just paintball. Kasi pag inisip mo kasi pag paintball, more on ka ng speedball, kalas o bala. This one, more on smart shooting, mga ganun.
Ready to roll? Not so fast. There are critical steps you must understand before you can hit the field.
So first and foremost, paintball is a combat sport, so we should expect minor injuries, wounds, and bruises while playing the game. So dili ni siya para sa ubang sport like volleyball, basketball, soccer, na inyong playing field is patag. So mao ninyong playing field, it's mura ni siya 6 ka basketball court going there. So dako kayo. So makita ninyo sulod sa field na mga kahoy, na mga sin. So pwede ta madamag, pwede ta masangit. So natay rules and regulations gina-follow para ma-minimize nato na ato mga injuries, wounds, and bruises. Okay? Minimize akong giingon, wala ako nag-ingon nga dili gyud siya malikayan. So murag 90% gyud na jay mabunog sa inyo ha or masamaran. Okay? So first rule, all players must fill out and sign the waiver form. So itong gipirma ninyo ganina, waiver form to siya, nag-indicate na once na mo sulod sa field, kamo na'y liable sa inyong actions. So next, wear proper gear. So natay gears like vest ug mask. Mao na itong example sa vest. As you can see, our vest has two sides. Longer side nga naay flap ug shorter side. Okay? Mao na ang tamang pagsuot sa vest. Ang longer side, always na siya sa atubangan. Our mask is our hard plastic, so masking kapila ka maigo diri, dili ni siya mabuak.
For maximum safety, all players are required to wear their protective vests and full face masks at all times inside the park. All gear provided are thoroughly sanitized between uses, guaranteeing a safe and hygienic experience for every player. As it is designed to mimic real-world combat environments, players are highly recommended to wear thick protective clothing like long sleeves and full-length pants. The heavier the material, the more protection you get against those high-speed paint pellets. For footwear, it is essential to wear sturdy outdoor shoes or boots. Given the muddy, uneven ground, the right traction is crucial to keep you stable and maximize your mobility. Everything looks good to go, but before we start the countdown, there's one paramount rule you cannot afford to forget.
First cardinal rule when handling a gun is always treat it as if it is loaded. So, unya, paghatag sa baril, always put in mind na nanay bala naka-chamber diri. Okay? Next, once handed with the gun, do not point the gun who you do not intend to shoot, including yourself.
Today we are diving into a game of Counter-Strike. The objective is simple. Eliminate every member of the opposing team, and the first team to clear the field is declared the winner. For this match, we have 2 teams, each with 5 members. To identify our teammates in the chaos, we are relying on these colored straps. The safety rules are set and the teams are ready to deploy. When we return, we'll get our masks down and step into the field. Action-packed, we'll be right back. The markers are loaded and it's time to see who survives the ultimate test of strategy and skill in round 1. Each team starts at opposite ends of the field. Before the game officially begins, there's a crucial 1-minute window for teams to strategize, finalize their attack plan, and mentally prepare before the marshal initiates the countdown.
Game starts in 3, 2, 1. Game on!
Our strategy for the first round was to split our team, spreading out in pairs along the flanks. I never expected to find myself crawling, but once you're in the heat of it, all you can think about is survival and how to avoid getting hit. Once hit, the players must immediately raise their hand high to signal they're out and quickly exit the field of play. I followed suit and took a hit myself, so I retreated to the sideline where the other eliminated players were, and we watched the rest of the game unfold.
And the winner is Red Team! Alright, let's resume our round 2 Counter-Strike. Once you're hit, you're out. This game is brought to us by Mindanao Network. Our Mindanao as promised. Alright, mask on, safety's off. Game starts in 3, 2, 1, game on!
For the next round, we switched sides, which meant a completely new strategy. I was tasked to post up to hide near a large tree, giving me a vantage point to spot players and strike from above. I didn't get much action, so check out what my teammates were doing.
Mag-ingat, lang puruhan ang shoot, go! -1 ang ating blue team. Answer walk tayo. It's out! 1 from the blue team. Hit ka na!
Lako na hit! Okay.
Game over! Winner, Red Team!
So the game is over and we won the last round. I actually got hit in the first round. It was a little painful, but Ground Zero has first aid here, so if you need that, they can provide it.
So here in Ground Zero, aside from paintball, we also have the shooting range for those who don't wanna go inside the field, battlefield, gusto lang mag-pusil-pusil. We also have the archery. We have it both for kids and for the adults. So meron kaming suction type, and then meron din kaming yung intermediate na, yung the pointed arrow. And then we also offer crossbow here for feeling mag-zombie type na activity. Aside from that, you can also have training here, simulate for meal sim. So for those who want to play airsoft but want to try something else, we offer the meal sim of the paintball. People come here more on different range. Merong mga experience na more on airsoft. Majority, mga bata gusto mag-birthday, so they can have their adventurous birthday here. And then meron mga team buildings dito para mas strengthen ang kanilang teamwork. And then meron din yung mga random people. So it comes from all walks of life.
Paintball was a mix of fun and pure tension. That's it for today's episode of Action Pack, and I'll catch you on the next one.